Oh, hi Pavlos. Not sure if the sound works, I've never streamed before. Right, so the goal now is to go with this tutorial, but instead of writing this in C, implement the same things in Zeek. Basically, I've implemented this loop now, and we are onto this step. We have to implement, basically turn off the echo so that the editor doesn't replicate the characters we type, and later we just render them in the loop. So if we turn this off now and rebuild, oh, the screen is cropped. Okay, let me try and set it up. Okay, let's get out to window, maybe here. I'll stop video for a sec to set it up. Okay, does the screen look okay now? Let me try to zoom in for a bit. Okay, let's try. Alright, so basically if I just run this thing, oops. Yeah, so we can see everything we type. We want to turn it off so that we can control when the characters get on the screen. And for this there is a self-lock echo, and we can actually go to source Zeek. Let's search for edit flag. Oops. It should be icon on. Yeah, so we have canonical mode and probably a raw mode as well. But we'll just follow the tutorial and implement this. Alright, so I've done this, but as a just inline thing. Let's move this on to the function. we create this, and then we also want to turn it off. So let's do step 6. Okay, so if we have a global variable term_as, and we just disable row mode. We save everything in the original, and then when we enable row mode, we say, hey, exit. Okay, probably we need some kind of differ here and at exit. I don't know if there is a Zeek function at exit, but we can check. So we can go to docs and open Zeek exit. I don't think there is a exit, but maybe differ is what we need. So I don't know Zeek that much. Yeah, but this is probably exactly what we need. So we need to execute an expression unconditionally at scope exit. But before we use defer, let's just move this to the function, I guess. And when do we set it up? Original term_ios. It's when we enable it for the first time. We basically set it up. Okay. Does Zeek allow the global variables? Okay, let's see. Term. This will probably not work because it doesn't know the type. But let's try. Right. Just run. We have to initialize it. Okay, we can try to initialize it in the outer scope, I guess. Right, so we initialize this thing here, and then we make a function, enable row mode, don't take anything, we don't return anything, I guess. So what do we need here? We need to take standard. This has to have a handle standard in. Yeah, so this is probably not gonna work, but let's pass standard in handle here. Std in, what is it? What's the type of this? Oops, still not used to my keyboard. Get a std in. We have to import this as well. Std POSIX fdt. Okay. Let's move this here for now. We say enable row mode from the input. Remove this here. Then we want to disable it as well. When we disable, what do we do that? We have to do this. Okay, we assume we have this here. We'll figure it out in a bit. And then what do we do? Do we just say This has to be original term. Okay. Oops. But here we change it. Do we change it here? Probably this modifies the thing. What if I do const? At least we'll get an error at the compilation. Okay. Just build. So that to comma after field. Because this is const. Duplicate struct enable, and this should be disabled. Okay. Disable. Expected type R32 functions. Alright. I definitely don't know enough Zeek to be very productive in here. Oops, but I figured out. Let's have a look at this again. Okay. Okay, the difference here is probably we will do this at the defer in the main loop rather than to put it in the enable row mode. This should be the same. So the question is, how do I make this struct without initializing it? How do I make an ini variable in Zeek? It's just undefined, but we need to know the type. Okay. Let's try. Let's try to do this. Probably const will not work because of this either. So what is the type of this? TC get attribute. Is it just TC get attribute? Okay, let's search for this. TC get attribute. It should be a function. Function TC get attribute. Just size LDT termios. And what is termios? System. And what is the system? STD POSIX system. So will it work? The POSIX system termios is undefined. This is the previous output, but the type R32 found a CEF file. What is the CEF file? Just because we need to as a pointer. Yeah, I have no idea what's going on. Trying to type it right here. Okay, and what does this thing? What is FTT? Let's read on this. It stands for file descriptor type. Can we set that? Okay, what does this do? Oops. Get the handle. Okay, probably we need to pass a handle and not the today int. Okay, so we actually only use the handle here. Okay, we just need to pass the handle. Okay, let's call it handle. Oh, also just saw a comment. I don't know, I just found this tutorial, I found it to be interesting, and then I just decided to follow along. I also just want to understand what's going on when, like, inside of a text editor. And this seems to be simple enough to follow. And in Zeek, I just want to learn it a bit more. Okay, and now, so we want to pass the handle. And here we want to pass the handle as well on disable. Right? We can say something like defer disable remote. So basically this, or the second, this thing will be executed as soon as we out of scope of the main function, and I hope everything, like if everything goes wrong, this will also get executed, but I need to double check. Is this get executed if we crash before? Okay, I'll double check this after, but let's try to just build again. So try, okay, we do try here. So handle. Where's the handle? Just handle. This should be handleable. Error union is ignored. Enabled. Or is it because the handle method returns? That should be fine. Where do we get the error from? So we get try here, enable row mode, 18, because this can return an error. Okay, let's add a try here. Okay, and the disable as well, defer try disable. Okay, try is not allowed inside the defer function. Okay, and what do we do? We can probably, how do we convert this into, basically how do we unwrap this? Let's go to the docs. Combine with the binary operator for error union type. Okay. Yeah, so when we have a exclamation mark in front of the type, we either return U64 or once like an basically an error in Rust, I guess. What do we do with this catch? Body of 13. Okay. So I guess we can do something like catch, like we did before. Catch error. Oops. And we do return error. Okay, just return error. We'll defer work like this. And can return from defer expression. Okay. Let's Google this. Defer errors in Zig. Error defer. Oops. What's going on? First, function line return errors. When executing. I see. Doesn't help us. Or does it? Resource try acquire. Defer this resource. Oops, someone's calling my. Okay, sorry about this, I'm back. Okay, basically looks like defer will be executed even if it crash, but the problem is that for some reason we cannot return from the defer expression, but if you return the error caching, this will also be broken. Yeah. If I do try here, try is not allowed inside this defer expression. But also this does try. Why do I need this at all? Oh, it's because of this. What if we do this? Const handle std in handle probably the try is coming from here. We can try this. Oh, hi Reza, sorry I didn't see your comment. Alright. Expected union type found I3 32. Okay, so this doesn't return an error, this always return I32. Where does the error is coming from? Because this here, oops. So we are saying that we return void here, the error void, but there is no error here, right? Because we did try. Same here, and then we should be fine if we get rid of this try. No, I was wrong. So when we do try, we might return an error here. Right. Let's read in the docs about try. Say you wanted to return an error if you got one, otherwise continue with the function logic. Oh, I see. Got one function logic. Okay. I see. Basically, that's why we have void here. So we actually add a try here. So if this returns an error, we'll just stop executing. If any of those return an error, we don't go here. We just get out of this function and return an error to the outer main function, and same here. Okay. Try in defer block zig. Well, we're making the. So right now we're trying to learn Zig, but the goal is to follow this tutorial. So basically, you can build your own text editor in 184 steps. So we're on step 6. Now I'm trying to figure out how to properly use defer with try. So we can. Okay, what does doc say about error handling? What's error handling in plastic? Yeah, we don't need our defer. Again, before when we were catching the we couldn't return from the things. Zig return from defer. Defer to more breaks. Using defer to defeat memory leaks. Yeah, the stupidest option would be just to move this here and call it like this. But then the problem is that if we have an error somewhere here and we crash, then we never restore this mode, I guess. So I suggest let's continue and figure out how to use the defer function with this one. Okay. Anyways, this defer will be executed in the end. Okay, let's say we try to catch the errors we did before. And instead here we do something like zig log to another error. Std log error. Okay, std log error. Is it just like this? Error when setting no flags back to original. Okay. Login. std. Okay. How do we log to std? Without print hello world. So is this the debug print to do? Zig print to std standard error. Yeah, I've done Zig links half a year ago, but then I haven't used Zig and forgot most of it. Okay, std error. Okay, std debug print prints to std error. Okay. Okay. Std debug print. Probably this will not work because we need to add something like this empty structure. Okay. Can we do something? What is it? String. and then we add error here, field work. Is the argument setting terminal flags back to review? Why are we not using these flags? New bug. Oops. Print. It's just this thing. Do I have to do this? Okay. So this is just like brackets. Already forgot the syntax. Just build. Oh, it worked. Let's try running this. Just run. Okay, you don't see anything because we we turn off echoing the characters, but if I press Q, it should quit immediately without pressing enter. No, it doesn't work. Oh, I have to press enter. I see. So this is probably because we're still not in the raw mode of the terminal. We are in the same terminal mode, but we only turned off the echo. I guess if we replace this with icon none and this one, and we just run it, this run. Okay, wait, stop. This behaves weirdly. Okay, let me restart the terminal. Just run. Okay. See, as soon as I type, you can see the elements. I don't have to press the enter. If I press Q, it should quit. Yes, it quit immediately. Okay, let's keep it like this before. Let's see what we did here, and then commit. So we created a constant to store the original state of the term. And we have two functions that enable raw mode and disable raw mode that take a handle. It's std POSIX fdt. Probably this will only work on Linux and MacOS, but I don't care. And we say we either error or we return nothing. So we get the term. Oh, we do the work twice. So this should be original term, right? We say okay. So this was actually a bug, I think. So we create the original term. We need to copy somehow the structure here, right? Should be copy term. How do we instantiate this struct out of another struct in Zig? Zig instantiate struct from another struct. This is something else. This is my vector. Copy struct. use explicit pointers if you want to avoid copying. Actually, so when we say var term is a regional term, so this will create a new struct. Okay, let's see if that works. Just run. Something is wrong with the terminal. Let's because probably we had a bug and it didn't restore this state. Let's quit again. Oops. Alright, just build. Show this declaration of the original term. This is because we don't want to do this, we want to do this. Okay, we cannot assign to a constant. That's why we do the variable here. Just run. Okay, let's invoke some build stuff. Do it again, just to see that the log messages we get, they don't basically look weird. Just run. Yeah, this looks proper now, so we can remove this. Let's look through it again. So we create a variable original term, it's undefined. First call enable row mode. It's the original term. We copy this. I hope this copies. It looks like it copies. Then we negate the echo flag bit and we set attributes with this. And to disable this, we just set this back to the original term, which is stored in the global variable. Then here we get the standard in. The in, do we actually? Yes, we need this. So we get the standard input. We get the reader. Oops. We get a handle. Okay. And then we read byte by byte. And if it's not Q, we just iterate. Let's run again and see if Q works. Okay, it does work. Okay. Alright, git commit am. Which step this is? This is probably step 6. Yes, step 6. Step 6. Store original terminal state settings. Alright, let's try to look. Step 7. Oh yeah, exactly. So there is icon and flag, which we looked into. Only be reading input byte by byte instead of line by line. So the only difference is that the flag is equal and icon. And disable row mode stays the same because we don't care. Okay, the only thing we just need to do, we need echo and canonical. So what do we actually negate there? We negate before CL flag. terminals. We just say negation of two flags. So C flag, okay. CLF flag. It's end. Okay. So we do something like this. We say, hey, this is work, and we negate either this or term of L flag and icon. Just run. Valid operation, the binary bitwise expression, bool and bool. Okay, what bitwise. Why? This expression bool and bool. So I'm confused. So this says invalid operands. Okay, so what is equal then? What is it? The type of this flag? Is because it's some kind of like just an integer or something. Oh, I can just do this then. This looks like it's stored as a struct, so we can just say, hey, for the none, we just do the same. Oops. Just run. Okay, it does work. Okay, let's clean this, and then is it? Flags, general side, default local flag, C plus field. Now the program will quit as soon as we press Q. It looks like it. Just run. Yeah, it does. Okay. Commit AM step 7. Toggle mode. Okay, display key presses. Get a better idea of how input probably need to go soon, but let's see if we can make this one work. Get a better idea of how input in raw mode works. Let's print out each byte that we read. So instead of using the default this echo flag, we'll print out anything we want, in a way we want. We'll print each character as numeric ASCII value as well as the character it represents if it's a printable character. So in C this looks like while read standard input into character, like read one character, and if it's not a quit character is CNTRL, comes from C type. That's where the character is a control character. Control, okay, is control. Does Zeek probably has this as well. Is control. Is CTRL. Oh, okay, maybe it's in the doc. No. Okay, let's just start with this one, and then we'll figure out how to check for this one. Let's see what we want to print. Okay, we print in the loop here. Okay. So this guy returns before, so we want to print it somewhere here, right? Okay, and the print is, oh, okay, because we relinted. Okay, how do we print? I want to debug print. We print this out. If you want to have direct access to stdout, you can stdout get stdout, and from there is the right interface to print, just like the code above stdr. Okay, let's just use debug print for now, and then I'll read a bit more about this. Okay, so we just say debug print. There we do. We basically print the ASCII integer number and then the character. Okay. Basically here we say, do we need to do the dot and these brackets, and then we say, what if we do C and C again, and here just say like this, and okay, here we want the brackets, then we want this one, then we want this, another code, and this, and the new line symbol. Okay, let's see if this works, but this will probably print the character twice. We need to okay, this adds the, what if, can we do string? Or my king? Zip print. So this is a number. So if I add a string here, will this work? Just build, and save. Well, for my string, type U8. Okay. What do we have? A digit to chart. Okay. We already have a chart, do we? Or we don't? Okay, and what we do, digit to char, like this. Okay, where is coming from? STD format. STD format, digit to char. Function declare here. Case. What is case? Lower. Okay. Case is also STD format. Yes. Will this work? Okay. If, format there. Maybe there is an easier way. What if I remove this thing from here? Because we converted the character. Just run. Okay. It's because it's a byte. Okay. Basic read U8 character. Maybe this is a format for characters. Okay. And then yeah. Why didn't it work? Oh, because I didn't save. Okay. I'm done. This works. Okay, now we just need to add another clause about the control character. This control is it there in the standard library? Interesting. Ah, here we go. It's control. So it takes a U8 and where is it? STD ASCII is control. Okay. Let's go here. If STD ASCII is control, C. Else. So if it's control, what do we do if it's control there? We just print the code. We don't need this at all. Okay. comma after initializer. Why did I mess up? Ah. Alright, let's press Ctrl S. Something else? No, it doesn't work. What is the control character? Tab? I don't know. Oops. It stopped working. This is a very useful problem. It shows how various key presses. Or maybe, okay, let's press the enter. This is enter is 10. Escape. It's also 10. That's interesting. Control. Okay. Arrow keys. I'll put 3 or 4 bytes to the terminal. This is known as escape sequence. Okay, let's try page up, page down. Here we go. Interesting. Okay. Well, this is what I noticed. What you've done is you ask your program to stop sending you output. Control Q to tell to resume sending. Okay, I need to read this one. Control Z, yeah, we'll suspend it, and foreground we'll bring it back. Let's try if this works. It says on Linux this will work. If you do why doesn't it work? Okay, Control Z, FG. Oh, the mode was not restored correctly. I see. So we probably have to. This is because defer did not execute. Interesting. Anyways, let's clean this and commit. So which step was this? 8. Step 8. Frame. Right, that's all for today. Sorry it was a bit slow, but I guess within the next couple of streams I'll learn more of Zeek and will become easier for me to navigate. Thanks everyone for coming.